Welcome to the House of Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. I am your host and your resident tribal chief, Hammer. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday wherever you guys are at. Before we even go into it, before we do a roll call, any of that fun stuff, do me a favor. 3 simple things. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do this either. Smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush a bell. Salute to my big bro. He made me do this after the news had broke within the last couple of hours, and I'm definitely in a really pissed off mood right now, even wanting to talk about this. But it is what it is. It's Raiders news. It's controversy again. It's something we need to talk about. But I'm going to go back to yesterday's live when we had Joe Arrigo of Franchise Sports Media, and I want you guys to hear what he had to say.
Tay is not
Can you
getting
guys hear it
traded.
now or no?
He has no intention of trying to be traded. He's never asked.
Like, fuck, here we go. More bullshit. This is exactly why I didn't want to fucking go on, because I knew something was going to happen. You guys heard that. All right. Let's fix this. My bad, guys.
And the Raiders have declined.
Game against the Browns yesterday. Please enlighten everybody and let them know the news right now as it pertains to our elite receiver, Devonte Adams.
Devonte Adams is a tough dude. Tay wants to play more than anything. He doesn't like missing time. Tay is not getting traded. He has no intention of trying to be traded. He's never asked to be traded. And the Raiders have declined multiple requests from teams to trade for Davante. Not even to the point where it's like, we'll talk to you later. Goodbye. What I will say is Adam Scheffler was on the homie Pat McAfee show today, and Scheffler said they're not trading him. He tweeted it out. The Raiders have no intention of trading Devonte Adams.
All right, so you guys heard that, and clearly a lot has changed within the 24-hour period of having Joe on to now. So earlier this morning, he was on the podcast Up and Adams with Kay Adams, and she noted that many think he's played his last down for our Raiders. This is what Tay said during that interview early this morning. All I can do is talk what we're having right here, and then after we're done with this, all I can control is the next thing that I'm on to. So I'm gonna get up in a minute and get a nice workout in, and that's all I can control. So apparently there was a post on Instagram that was put out by Sports Illustrated. Don't be surprised if Devonte Adams has already played his last snap with the Raiders, insinuating the Raiders receiver could be traded. And apparently, head coach Antonio Pierce liked this post on Instagram. Now my Alexa wants to talk to me. Look, you had the incident a couple of weeks back in terms of Deshaun Jackson talking his shit, spreading a false narrative that Davante Adams was unhappy in Vegas. Shortly after, when questioned about it during a presser, Davante Adams shut that down. Earlier during training camp, it was brought up again. The media outlets have been doing this for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, fucking with the Raiders as it pertains to Davante Adams. He has made it clear that he is happy here. The only way that he would remotely get traded right now is if he were to walk into Telesco or even Mark Davis's office and say, I want out. And it doesn't seem to be the case. They're already putting the rumors out that there's teams interested. We know that the one long talk has been about the New York Jets for God knows how long, pretty much since Aaron Rodgers got there. You have now, you're inserting the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're inserting the Washington Commanders. You're inserting the Buffalo Bills. There have been calls made in the past, and the calls have all been shut down. Granted, when it comes to Tane, his stats here, for what is this, year 3 for him, 221 catches, 2,869 yards, 23 touchdowns in 37 games with us. He just missed his very first game with us this past Sunday with a hamstring injury. A lot of people last week were saying, oh, he wants to be traded, he's going to be traded. That injury isn't real. Really? Let me catch up with you guys in the chat real quick before I go any further. Oh, let's see. I don't think I missed anything yet. Sorry, Hammer, but since when trading a Hall of Famer is good for your team? Look, I'm here because I'm pissed off about I got the alert this morning. And then I see other shit and I'm just like, make this make sense right now. Make this make sense right now, because he has put his foot down on this several times. And again, the media just wants to stir shit up once again. Antonio Pierce is going to have to talk about this tomorrow. He does his pressers post game. He does one the day after a game. He does one Wednesday, and he does one Friday. So he'll probably be at the podium answering this ridiculous ass question in terms of Devonte Adams. Did he mess up? Did AP mess up? I'm asking. Dude, keep your fingers off of social media. Keep your fingers off of Instagram, bro. Because this is what stirred the pot now. AP, I love you. But bro, keep your hands off of Instagram, please. Salute to the over 250 we have in the chat right now. If you guys haven't already, do me a favor. Smash some thumbs. Crush that sub. I'm sorry. Hammer that sub and crush the bell, y'all. And you see it in the top right corner, 9284, 16 away from 9,300 on YouTube. We're also on the talk that is ticking. We're on X. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook right now. Guys, come on over to YouTube. Raider Nation News Today, or just search Hammer's House. Come be a part of this conversation because I want to hear what you guys have to say. And I am going to open up the vault line during this live today because, again, seeing this news a couple hours ago really set me off. And again, this was from a league source. This was not from a team source. Yesterday, with the information that Joe brought to the table during our live yesterday, was from a team source that there were no plans, no intentions of trading Devonte Adams. Yes, we won a game without him. We won a game without Max Crosby on Sunday. Is that going to be a consistent thing with them not being on the field? Yes, other guys stepped up. Jacoby got involved. Brock, meh. McAllister did his thing. Madison did his thing. Harrison Bryant got involved with the absence of Michael Mayer. DJ Turner, Trey Tucker. But look, I don't even want to know. I do, but I don't. I don't even want to know what these teams would even remotely try to offer. And again, the Chiefs just lost Rashee Rice. I know we wouldn't trade into within the division, but who's to say that couldn't potentially happen with them missing out on receivers right now? I'd be sick to my stomach if it happened. But who's to say it couldn't happen if these reports were true? Which I really don't think at this point in time that these reports are true in any way, shape, or form. But again, AP is going to have to answer this tomorrow when he does that presser. And at the same time, for those that were in Graf's live, and salute to him, I said what I said in terms of Tay and Max were the ones that banged on the table for AP to be the head coach, right? AP should have been banging on that same table to have Champ Kelly as the GM. Telesco came in. We did not move up in the draft for quarterback of the future. Instead, you have an offensive coordinator that's doing a phenomenal job right now so far with rookie Jaden Daniels, the quarterback that we did want to move up for. Cliff Kingsbury walked on us. JJ was pretty much told to walk because Telesco said that we were not going to trade up and get a quarterback of the future. Are we starting to see a problem right now? Someone, anyone. Yes, we got Bowers. We needed a quarterback. I'm not saying anything negative about Brock Bowers because he is definitely a generational talent as a tight end. But make this make sense. You know we needed a quarterback. You went and took somebody like Gardner Minshew, who's been a journeyman, a backup at best throughout his career, while you had a guy like Aiden O'Connell, who I've said this on my shows plenty of times from the times we drafted him. We drafted him in the 3rd round. I was like, this guy is probably going to be a backup at best as well. You got guys in the league right now, like Sam Darnold, who was a 2nd overall pick years ago. Went to the Jets, terrible coaching, was terrible there. Went to Carolina, where quarterbacks' careers go to die. And now he is with a team in Minnesota that is undefeated. He's got the weapons around him, and he is thriving right now. You had a guy that was traded in Justin Fields. It's not looking too bad with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Granted, Pittsburgh, another one. Talent of weapons on defense. The Vikings have a pretty solid defense right now as well. Brian Flores, the blitzing magician that he is in Minnesota. Make it make sense. Why didn't we get a quarterback? Why didn't we get a quarterback that you look at as being a starter with all the weapons we have around us, all the weapons we have on offense? Offensive line hasn't been that great to start. This past weekend, I think they stepped up, especially with JPJ being on that starting line right now. Like, we have other things to talk about instead of talking about this. And it's like it comes up, then goes away. Then a few weeks later, it comes back up and it goes away. If the man himself already put it to rest, why the fuck is the media still trying to do anything and everything to fuck with the Raiders and keep talking about this over and over and over again? He's here right now. He is our receiver right now. We're going into week 5. We have another couple of weeks before the trade deadline. But I personally do not believe that Devonte Adams is going to be traded by Halloween. If we can just get the consistency and have a consistency of winning over these next couple of weeks, I don't see why he would be out of here. I don't. And I know this is woulda, coulda, shoulda with some of the teams that we've played early in the season. Carolina should have been a win. We should be at least 3-1. The game against the LA Chargers, we costed ourselves that game. We shot ourselves in the foot. Potentially 4-0 right now. Division record, we're 0-1 right now. We're playing another division rival this Sunday in the Denver Broncos, who have yet to beat the Las Vegas Raiders. Conference-wise right now, we stand at 2-1. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The conference record, the division record, plays a huge role depending on where you stand at the tail end of the season. And we actually have Joe calling in right now. Let's hook the phone up. Let's get him on here. Don't hang up, bro. Yo.
Yeah, I'm in the studio.
Well, you're live right now because I'm live. So if there's something you want to say, please, by all means, let it be known.
Look, I've known Vinny a long time. We worked together in LA at the same radio station while he was still writing for the Orange County Register. Excuse me, I'm sick as fuck today right now. For whatever reason, I got sick last night. Vinny has a league source. There is a huge difference between a league source. League sources like to plant information. They have their own agendas, depending on what team they're with. Now, I'm not saying this is the case with Vinny, but Vinny covered the Rams for a long time. Are the Rams one of the teams that was listed on there, his list? or the list of him of Davante possibly being traded to, I tend to believe this happened. I tend to believe that somebody wants to start some mess and stir the pot. And it's easy when the Raiders are 2-2, coming off a win where they shouldn't have won in a division now that is kind of up for grabs, if we're being honest, with the Chiefs having as many injuries, with Pacheco being down, with Rice reportedly having an ACL, and Rice being down. They're not playing well. Kelsey's not really involved in the offense. You know, they don't know who you're going to rely on. A rookie that after the first game, teams seem to have caught on to what Worthy does, so he has to adjust. A team like the Chargers, which has both tackles down and injured, and obviously lose a game, same record as the Raiders. Broncos, this is an important game this week because this could make, potentially put the Raiders at 3-2. Why not stir the pot if you're one of those teams? The Jets go and lose a game they probably should have won last week. Looked inept on offense. Maybe somebody there gave you some information. In terms of Instagram, look, man, I'm going to say this. I've been guilty of this. I've been scrolling, and I've hit with my fat fingers a like when I didn't mean to, and I had to go back and say, "Oh, I like this," and take this. I'm not saying that's the case, but what I will say is this, Hammer. I done told you this at training camp. There were rumors at training camp that there was some differences in opinions between various people on the offensive side of the ball, namely Davante and some of the things that went on in the off season in terms of being on receiver and some of the things that were said with Pierce. And I believe that got handled. You brought up a good point. Davante and Max were paying AP to be the head coach. But just because he's the head coach doesn't mean players are free to do what they want. And I'm not saying that's Davante, because I'm always going to be team player when it comes to these situations. Davante has not came out and been divisive at any point. If you go back to his former teammate, I want to be traded. I want to do this. I want to do that. Davante has not said that. Davante has made it very clear throughout everything that he wants to remain a Raider. He wants to be a Raider. This is where he wants to finish his career. He has his family here. His kids are in school here. Golfs whenever he wants. I mean, he's 15 minutes from the stadium from where he lives. It's an ideal situation. He understands the undertaking and the job that needs to be done and what it takes. So I think there's always going to be a lot of noise when it comes to the Raiders, no matter what. Whether they're right, whether it's true, whether it's wrong, whether it's a lie. There's always going to be a bunch of situations and drama surrounding them until that culture is changing, until that culture changes. And that culture is slowly but surely changing. But what I can say is I've been told, and this morning, I know you were in the group text with the other person, with another person, that we don't say his name just because out of respect. And I've been in group chats with people that have covered the Packers and continue to cover the Packers. None of us have the belief, and this is a belief, that Davante wants to be traded. I've hit people with the Raiders, and it's kind of like an off day for most people, so they haven't hit me back. But if I hear something, I'll let you know. But I don't anticipate any trade to Davante. Again, Adam Schefter tweeted out yesterday that Devonte Adams and the Raiders are rebuffing calls. I'm going to believe Schefter over anybody in this business. Period, point blank. Adam knows. That's why Adam is the best. There isn't The only way the Raiders trade Devonte Adams, in my opinion, is if the Raiders season goes off the rails. And if that happens, you're not going to get Michael Penix in a pick. Atlanta won't be an option. You're not going to get 2 first-round picks. Okay, the Raiders have $72 million in cap space next year. There's a lot of money that can be spent to improve this team very quick. I think there's a bigger picture involved. And I think that, again, this is much to do about nothing. People just trying to, again, people get paid off clicks. People get paid off views. And people are clout chasing. There's too many of those people that people are taking their words for granted. And I'm not just saying generally, but I'm talking about people that claim to cover the Raiders in particular. Too many people make up shit to draw clicks to their site or to make them feel important or to make them feel like they're a part of something. And again, I would just chill out, relax. I don't think they're like when I seen that you went live, I was working, but laying in bed working, and I started listening to you, and I felt like I had to jump on to have your back and talk about this because I don't think it means anything, folks. Honestly, nation, I think just chill out, let the chips fall where they may, fall where they have to. If it comes from, I'm gonna tell you just me and being in those rooms, in that media room, if it comes from Paul Gutierrez, if it comes from Vic, if it comes from Tayshawn, my ears perk up and I'm listening.
Right.
If it comes from Vinny, I'm going to listen. But me personally, that's out of respect for Vinny because I do consider him a friend. Right. But anybody else in that room, I doubt it. Levi Damien's good too, but Levi's more opinion based and is not in when it comes to breaking stuff like this. But when it comes to the people that are breaking news, in order, Paul, Vic, Tayshawn, and then Vinny. And anybody else, I would take it as they're just trying to drive clicks to their website or drive people to their church. To their website. So,
bro, I definitely appreciate you giving your insight on this right now, and salute to the nearly 500 we have in here. Please go rest up. I'll hit you up later on. I'm going to talk more about this. I'm probably going to take some other calls too.
Do that, man. I appreciate y'all, brother. All right, Nation.
Later, brother.
Talk to you on Monday for the Hammer and Joe show. The Hammer and Joe show.
I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, bro.
Salute to Joe Arrigo, Franchise Sports Media, and you heard what he said. We played the oops, that's the wrong screen. You heard what he said yesterday, what he's saying now, and I think Raider Jim just said, like, do I want Tay to be gone? No, I don't. I absolutely don't. And salute to Big Bro. He's in the building right now. Salute, bro. I'm just really, really agitated and pissed off having to talk about this again. And I'm looking at the standings right now. There are a lot of teams right now 2-2. And I'm talking about our conference. I don't care about the NFC right now. I'm talking about our conference because our conference is what's important to us. But you have the Jets 2-2, the Colts 2-2, the Ravens 2-2, the Chargers 2-2. We're 2-2. The Broncos are 2-2. You have some of these teams that were playoff teams last year, or teams that have quarterbacks that everybody's always giving praise, quarterbacks that are getting bags that are looking like straight dog shit right now. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars that are 0-4. You got the Bengals that are 1-3. The Dolphins without Tua are 1-3. Cleveland 1-3. We're at 500 right now. We have 13 games left. This is the type of shit that always seems to happen to us where there's some type of divide. There is some type of writer, some type of reporter that covers another team, or works for a network that it's pretty much written in stone, talk shit about the Raiders, cause issues for the Raiders, cause issues for Raider Nation, cause a divide amongst Raider Nation. Leave us the fuck alone. We weren't supposed to win that game, right? We weren't supposed to beat the Browns. Guess what? A blizzard came through and Watson got snowed in. We were supposed to beat the pants off the Panthers. They put it back up in Andy Dalton, who was 4-0 against us, and they beat the brakes off of us in our home opener. It is what it is. We sit at 500 right now at 2-2. We go to Denver this coming Sunday to face our rival, the Broncos, who, again, have not beaten the Las Vegas Raiders. Tay, right now, we don't know anything in regards to the injury. This could be a week-to-week thing. If he, in fact, practices tomorrow, there will be a presser. You guys know I bring it to you every single Wednesday. Gardner Minshew, Devonte Adams. Maybe he'll have something to say. And again, AP, he has a presser tomorrow afternoon before the start of practice. You know, any of these reporters that are in that media room tomorrow are going to bring this up. And I want to hear him make some type of clarification and put something out there. This shit is beyond frustrating at this point. It's been shot down several times over the last few months, but yet they keep bringing this shit up. I'm glad I didn't listen to ESPN Radio New York at all, or I'm not listening to it right now for them to be like, well, the Jets lost and it was a struggle against Denver. Maybe they need to bring Davante Adams here. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear these other teams because, in my opinion, I truly believe it's not going to happen. It won't happen come Halloween. He will still be here. As long as we're doing what we need to be doing, as long as we're handling our business, as long as we're winning, he's not going anywhere. Get that shit and go somewhere else with it. Because I'm sick and tired of hearing this shit from all these various media outlets, these sources. A lot of people in the chat just said there's certain people that they will listen to when it comes to news like this. Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, those are the guys that I will listen to. And you heard the guys that Joe will talk to, will get information from as well. Those are people that I can listen to, people that are in there. But the rest of them miss me with that bullshit. Salute to the 561 that we have in here right now. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Because right now, we haven't done a Tuesday show in a very long time. And for those that have been around, this is year 4 for me. We used to do Talk That Shit Tuesday. I guess right now, we're kind of bringing it back after a little hiatus. We open up the vault line, and I want to hear you guys talk your shit. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you guys are in for it right now. That's what I'm saying. Dolphins are garbage, and no one's making up rumors about Tyreek Hill. Snyder, there you go. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we've been missing you, Elite. We haven't heard from you in a week. We're about to do a wellness check. But I see a lot of people throwing the thumbs up in there. I went on my rant. I said what I needed to say. I put everything out on the table. Now it's about y'all. Sound off. I'm going to put it in the chat. I want you guys to call on in and sound off on this shit. Elite, very, very sorry to hear that. I hope they're doing better. I feel like there's people that are probably going to unfollow now or be pissed off that I'm saying what I'm saying, but honestly, I don't care. And again, we have over 500 in the chat right now. You guys see it in the top right corner. We are 15 away from 9,300. If you're new in here, don't let it be your last time. Hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing. Vault line is open, guys. Let's go. Let's sound off. I want to hear everything you guys have to say. There's the number on the screen, guys. Make sure Do Not Disturb is off. Yeah, we're good. We're rocking. We're good to go. But this is about y'all. We've already been on a half hour. I was not going to come on tonight. We got our first caller. Raider Nation News today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Daniel calling from Denver.
Sound off, bro.
Bro, I'm so tired of the rumors just like you. Like, it's like anything goes wrong with the Raiders, one whisper, one anything, everybody got to get fucking traded. I apologize for my language.
No.
It's annoying.
This is that platform right now. I don't care what bombs you drop when you call in right now. We're talking that shit, so let it all out, bro. Let's go.
Absolutely. That bullshit with Tyreek Hill. The Dolphins absolutely got lambasted. It looked like shit. It didn't even look like a real football team. Ain't nobody talking about a single player moving off that team. But our whole team is 2-2 in contention still. Hasn't gotten really blown out by anybody. You have one bad game, look like shit. It happens to every team every year. But it's like any little spark of something, our whole team got to go. Coach got to get fired. Everybody talking shit on us in the media. Shit is old and tiresome.
Wholeheartedly agree. Like, and again, like you guys are talking about it now in terms of Miami getting dog walked last night. Nobody's saying anything about Tyreek Hill at all. You don't hear people talking about Cincinnati right now. And we know Chase is wanting a new bag, even though he's still under his rookie contract. But you don't hear him about him being traded or T. Higgins being traded.
Facts. You got dudes that were holding out of camp all off season. Not one word about them being traded right now, and their teams are dog shit. It's garbage. It's just drama. People causing drama about our team. Just want us to be talking about them.
Definitely appreciate the call, bro. I'm going to take a couple of others. Stay safe, bro.
Yeah, man. Talk that shit, Hammer.
Absolutely. Oh, my God. And I see we're getting a lot of new subscribers in here right now. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all that are hitting that subscribe button right now. And ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time. Y'all better get ready for this one because you know it's going to be hot. Ladies and gentlemen, Elite with the Heat. Floor is yours, girl. Just sound off.
Hey, what's going on, Hammer? What's going on, Nation? My voice is a little raspy. We all sick over here. So bear with me. Look, it's real interesting with this K stuff. He plays into it. AP plays into it. The media, everybody playing into this stuff. They really are. I'm telling you, it's a masquerade. It's a real masquerade because the conversation is not going to stop. It's not going to stop because you got the pro football talks of the world. So we get used to that, Raider Nation. We already knew that. We knew that from the day that DC was out the door that this conversation was not going to end. The only way it would end is if the Raiders were like 4-0. That's the only way that shit was you would not hear any of this talk. So I'm over all that. Is he going? Is he? Because at this point I don't care if he stays or goes. I've been through Randy Moss. I've been through all that. I don't care. So Raider Nation, get to the point where you don't care if he comes or goes. Understand that you got young players in here who are ready to play. I'm telling you, those who played sports, whether you did it at the high school level, whether you did it on the collegiate level like myself or on a professional level, you know that if you have a star player that's 1 foot in and 1 foot out, whatever the case may be, because Tucker and them are ready to make a contribution right now. Everybody waiting to eat. Tay is already more than halfway there as an 8-9 year vet who coat is already bronze. For real. I'm so serious because even though people saying, is this AP's fault? Sometimes I got to remember, sometimes y'all got to remember, depending on where you at, I'm 45 years old. AP is the same exact age as I am. And sometimes, even when you're in a professional setting, being that he's the head coach, unfortunately, being that we know his background, he plays into the game too. So he makes a like on there. He knows it's going to be some kickback. I think he kind of revels in it at the same time because he still does have a player's mentality on top of being a coach. He likes to poke and prod himself, but he does that to his players too. And that's a little bit unconventional to a lot of us. We're like, why can't we just be quiet? Why can't it just settle down? You a Raider. It ain't never going to be quiet. You are a Raider fan. You should have so much callus. Your skin should be so thick that this is like another day at the park. I'm so serious. Hammer, I'm just like, I don't feel no type of way about Tay. Either, brother, you either want to play or you don't. But I understand. I still think it's a little bit of a game.
But
I think that
like he has shot it down more than 3 times at this point. And yet the media keeps doing this shit over and over and over again. Look, I know what the guidelines for the NFL, what the commissioner's guideline, what the ref's guideline, and ultimately what the media's guideline is too. First page, fuck the Raiders. Last page, see page 1. But this shit has to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is if we prove each and every single one of these motherfuckers wrong. Make a playoff run. Make a deep playoff run. Get to a fucking conference championship. Get to the fucking Super Bowl and win the fucking damn thing. But that's the only fucking way at this point that we're going to shut each and every single one of these motherfuckers up. And I'm so sick of having to go and talk about this over and over and over again. This shit needs to fucking stop already.
That's why I don't. And I don't talk. I don't make posts about it. I don't feed into it because it's just, it's psychobabble at this point when it comes to, players. And like, he's either going to be here or he's not. Right now, he's here. But like I said, to me, like Tay is loving this attention. He's on K Adams every week and all this stuff. He started getting commercials and shit when he got here. He wasn't the man, even though he was good, he wasn't the man in Green Bay. That team was all Aaron. It's a different kind of community out there in Wisconsin, Green Bay. It's different. Once he became Vegas, he became the face of something for the first time in his career. And he is reveling in the bullshit. Understand that too about his personality, for it's cool and it's collected and it's professional as Tay speaks. He liked this shit. I see it in his face.
Well, let's
see the little social cues. He liked the bullshit too.
Let's talk about that for a second, though, because now people are saying it too as you're bringing it up in terms of the commercials and stuff. Who do you think is the one that was like, "Hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this for Vegas?" Think about that.
Right.
And if you think about it, you have one of your players representing the franchise with these commercials. Who do you think's getting a little lining in their pocket?
Several people. Who would you say most importantly, him?
Mark. He's definitely getting some money off of that too. Come on. It's a good look for the franchise. It's a good look for the franchise. It's a good look for the city. Does that not make sense?
Unfortunately, this is how we stay in the news. This is how we stay in the NFL news cycle, because for so long it's not been about play. It has been about dysfunctionality and all this chaos agents. And this is why I'm saying, being that they now in the entertainment capital of the world, I think Mark doesn't mind it, because I'm telling you, because after that, then the Shador talks are going to start talking. Oh, the chaos, man, they don't give 2 shits about that. At the end of the day, it's about how they produce on that field and how they played against the Browns. Just the energy. That was a straight up 180 from that flat shit that they put out there against the Panthers. They came back and they responded without their 2 best players. And I don't give a damn if it's against the Browns, because you have to play who's on the schedule. And I'm sorry, but we saw how fast that Browns defense was coming at that offense. Blitz after blitz after blitz. He was playing 100 miles an hour. And that team responded. They did not lay down. To me, that is the most important thing out of all this shit. That team did not lay down. So that's how I know AP still got some level of control. He's still in control, because they didn't say fuck you. Because players will give their coach the F you. We've been there and we've seen that.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying, Raider Nation, man, like, look, grow some thick skin, man. It's going to be here until they start stacking wins. They stack some wins. They come up here. They go handle business, get to that 9-0 streak against Denver. Then they follow that, piggyback off of that, and send all them Steelers fans that's going to come over to Allegiant Stadium and set up shop, send their asses back on that plane back to Pittsburgh, and you go up, and you get to 4-2. Then the shit starts to subside. That's the only way it does. You got to stack W's. That's it, man. That's Elite with the Heat, man. Thank you so much, Hammer. As always, it's a pleasure and an honor to always be able to chop it up with you, brother.
Yo, let them know where they can find you, because there's over 600 people in this chat right now. So let them know where they can find you.
Absolutely. You can find me on Twitter. I am Thaisa Hunter, a.k.a. Raider Lady 19. The podcast is DTHEE Raider Way. I haven't posted in a while because, like I said, my little fam been sick. I had one kid who's been in practice. He's going hard on his sport tip, so I've been so busy. I got to get used to actually getting this and being prepared. So I'm going to be dropping a video. If not today, it will be out tomorrow. And then, and then after that, shout out to Big Mike. Shout out to all you Mount Shield brothers, Graf, yourself, everybody else. I appreciate it, and that's where I can be found, man. I'll be in there. Listen to the rest of the show.
Appreciate you, Elite. We'll talk soon.
All right, see you.
Take care. Another one, man. Like as always, it doesn't get any better than that.
Another one.
Elite with the Heat. Once again, salute to the over 600 we have in here. Do me a favor, y'all. Smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell. We have another call, and we're one away from 9,300. Let's fucking run it up today. Raider Nation News today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, Hammer. What's up, bro? Dave's on.
What's going on, brother?
How you been, kid?
Be better if I didn't have to talk about this, but I appreciate the over 600 that we have listening to me go off right now on this. Sound off, bro. Floor is yours.
All right. First of all, you getting the background noise, no wind or nothing?
I don't got headphones on, so Nation, if y'all can hear David, please give me a thumbs up in the chat.
Yeah, I got you on speakerphone. Otherwise, I'll take you off.
All right.
All right. So I can see every angle here, and then I'm going to give you my real angle. I can see why Devonte would want to leave, because he's got two shit quarterbacks throwing him the ball. We've discussed that. I can see why the team would want to get rid of him. He drops 3 out of 4 passes in the end zone, literally 25%. And then you look at the money they're paying him. I can see that. I could also see why you want to keep him. He gets a lot of yards, and he's a big name. So I can see that. But my realist of real shit response to this is, I don't give a fuck about the coach. I don't give a fuck about the player. I don't give a fuck about names. I'm a 50-year-old fan. I just want to win. So if they have to make some changes and it benefits us, I'm all about it. If they decide to stay and it benefits us, I'm all about it. I just fucking want to win. I'm tired of being mediocre and losing. That's my 2 cents. What do you think?
Bro, I'm on board. You've been watching as long as you've been watching today. I know you heard me go off. Like, that's all I want. That's all I want right now. And I'm telling you now, winning is going to be what shuts everybody the fuck up. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Yep. All right, I'm going to bounce out. Let's let somebody else with a little more to say than I got.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, bub.
Raider Nation News today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Dwayne from New Jersey.
Yo, it's been a minute since I heard from you, bro. Sound off, bro. Floor is yours.
No doubt. Man, listen, this is the way I feel. Like, listen, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm cool with the Davante, because we wasn't gonna be able to. He was leaving next year anyway. Long story short, you know what I'm saying? $44 million for the next 2 years. We wasn't paying that, so I said already that I'm cool with trading him. But here's my thing. And you got the part of me when I say this, because I know that you're brothers and all. But I've noticed that everybody that's good on this team, I hear from Graf and them first about trading. We've been hearing about all we've been doing is trading and getting rid of good players with the support of Graf, and I can't even say Wasted all the time, because Wasted don't always want to trade them, but Graf definitely. This is getting ridiculous. We got to start realizing that it's us, bro. It's not we the ones breeding this culture. We the same culture that we're saying that we want to get rid of. We the ones that's breeding.
I'll turn you up a little bit. No, I hear you, bro. Like, I was ecstatic when we got Tay for the simple fact that he is one of my favorite receivers, and I've told you guys this before. Like, the Raiders will always be my team until I'm 6 feet under, and even beyond that. There will be players that I enjoy watching that I admire. Tay was one of them. When we got him, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, this is definitely going to be good. And I've talked about this several times over the last few weeks in terms of us being set back a couple of years because of the last regime of Ziegler and McDaniels. You gave certain guys bags and then you got rid of them. Carr gone, Renfro gone, Waller gone, now retired. Like, there was obviously the chemistry between Carr and Tay, and we've talked about his numbers that first year when Carr was here. But like, you had to make the conscious football decisions to make this team succeed. And it's like every time we think that we have it, we somehow seem to take steps back. Like, fucking up on not getting CJ Stroud. Realistically, right now, as it stands, fucking up by not moving up and getting a quarterback of the future and having what we have as a starter right now. Granted, we're 2-2, but slowly getting the shit together in such a fast-paced league, miss me with that bullshit. Like, I think we all want better. I think we all want more right now.
Yeah, bro, I'm 100% with you. Like I said, I'm not even against the Devonte trade. I'm off. Like I said, I'm cool with it because I understand the business of the shit, and I know that we wasn't gonna sign. I know we wasn't gonna sign that nigga afterwards. But we got to do better. We can't just keep on shipping out good players, man. You know what I mean? This is like ridiculous. Year after year, we do the same thing year after year and expect something different.
That's called insanity at the end of the day.
You feel me?
Absolutely. Dwayne, I appreciate the call, bro. I'm gonna take a couple more calls and I'm gonna wrap it up momentarily. I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt.
Take care. Raider Nation News today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Raider Jim.
What's up, bro? Sound off.
Hammer, bro. I completely agree with you, bro. People are talking about the Raiders and Devonte Adams and trading them like we're fucking 0-4, bro. We're 2-2. We're damn near in the top half of the league as far as record goes. That's one thing. The second thing, I live in Louisiana, bro. I'm from Louisiana, like around the Shreveport, Reston, Grambling area. I don't know if you ever heard of Grambling, but
yes, sir.
Al Davis used to come to Al used to come to Grambling and recruit players from Grambling State.
Right.
And my dad made me a Raider fan. And me and my dad had to talk about this. And he doesn't want to trade Tay either, but I want to say this, bro. What sense does it make to want to draft a quarterback and trade the best receiver you have? It makes no damn sense, bro. If you're going to bring in a rookie quarterback, you need to put as much as you can around him. And if we were to go and get a Shador or a Cam Ward next year, what would be the first move we want to make, Hammer? We would want to go get him a true number one wide receiver.
Absolutely.
So why the hell are Raider fans advocating to trade the same guy or the same type of guy that you would want on the team if you get what you want in a quarterback? It just makes no sense, bro. It's just dumb, bro. And I understand Devonte is upset, but let's be honest. Why wouldn't he be upset? But at the end of the day, you can't just trade players because they get a little moody. If Devonte does not want to lead the Raiders, we should not trade him, bro. So I completely agree with what you're saying. So yeah, man, it's bad, bro. Like, and I had to sound off on this because I'm not in the Bay Area and I don't live around a lot of Raider fans.
Yeah.
So, bro, I'm glad you got this hotline open and we needed it, bro.
Appreciate you for calling in, bro.
All right, brother.
Take care. Yo, Realm. Raider Nation News today. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Finally, man, it took me all dang day to get in live.
Who's this?
It's Hug D.
What's up, brother?
Hey, what's cracking, man?
Sound off,
So
bro.
I've been watching your show. Elite had some great points. There's been some folks who I think called in with how can you say it? They called in with a lot of passion for our team and passion for what we're trying to accomplish here. Bottom line really is, man, a mouth will say anything. And I've heard that advice from a lot of people, but you're going to say whatever you want to say to get some clicks. The internet is a terrible place for most Raider fans simply because we take a lot of crap there.
Yep.
And we get a lot of crap from there. I think this team at 2-2 isn't looking to trade anyone. I think they're looking to become better. And when it all boils down to it, as long as on Sunday they keep showing up and trying to stack wins and they keep playing for each other, I really don't give a crap what any of these reporters have to say. I think I'll put it to you this way. If Davante does want to go, he's never came out and said it. If the Raiders wanted to trade him out, they've never came out and said it. All of this came off of a like on an Instagram post, which, as we all know, is easy enough to do by just scrolling through some feeds. It's, I don't know, man. It really kind of boils down to we don't need to be distracted by what's not on the football field. Stay focused on what is on the football field. Hopefully AP is reminding those players that, hey, these kind of things happen. What happens in between those hash marks is what really matters. And when it comes down to it, if we can find our way into the playoffs somehow with, some of the play that we've seen on both offensive line, quarterback, running back, I mean, our offense is sputtering, to say the best out of it. I think we've played 4 quarters now out of 16 total played that looked halfway decent.
Yep.
That first quarter last week was terrible. The next 3 were pretty decent. We put up 20 unanswered.
Yep.
But it really it all boils down to try and stay away from all the noise that's outside, because that's all this world is nowadays. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has something they can see and take in correctly. Everyone has an opinion on what anyone does, no matter whether their heart's in the right place or not. We all just got to sit back and let this all play out, root on our team, not get distracted by the BS, and keep doing what we do, man.
Bro, I appreciate the call, brother, and we'll definitely be talking soon.
Oh, for sure. And Hammer, I won't put any crazy emotes on your screen because I know I'd be pissing you off sometimes.
Oh, it's okay. A bunch of them have been removed, and there's probably going to be a couple more removed in the near future too.
I'm going to see if I can find those then, just for fun.
God help me. I'll talk to you, bro.
Bye.
Later. Salute to Reese Rock on the $2. Kelsey hits his coach in the Super Bowl, but KC keeps him. And you guys know, super chats, we got to drop this one for you guys.
Wrestling, you made my day.
Yeah, that one's still there. We got to get rid of that one. Y'all are way too much. Wait, Demokes, do you have like an alter ego? Was that your alter ego that was in here before? Now you're here? Because we saw an evil one, so I'm trying to play detective and put 2 and 2 together. If we keep this bullshit up, Raiders gonna end up like the New York Giants. All day, Taino. See, real ones know. Real ones know. Gang in the building. Salute to the 630 we have in the chat right now. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all pulling up. We did hit another one. 9306 right now. We're getting closer and closer to that 10K. Tell everybody. Come on over here. Hit that subscribe button. Smash some thumbs. Hammer that sub. Crush the bell. Let me see if I'm missing anything. I don't think I am. I always love when you guys throw that one up. And yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's kind of strange, bro. That's definitely kind of strange then if that's not you. Adam, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Why aren't we holding AP accountable? Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Pump the brakes. Because I did say in terms of him messing around with his thumbs on IG, X, whatever other social media platforms he messes around with, you know, when he's in that press conference room tomorrow, he's going to have to answer to this. So we're not holding him accountable. He is definitely being held accountable for this. And like I said, that presser tomorrow, we better hear something. We better hear some type of answer and response to the pot being stirred once again. Here we go. Two-time champ is in the building. I don't know what that... See, now y'all are going...
Hey, no Diddy, man. No Diddy.
Y'all are going overboard with that now. Come on. We lose Adams and made the wrong choice at head coach. Salute to Walt, man. Funny enough, Tay was one of the guys banging on the table for AP. So that would be really fucked up.
I'm dying, man.
AP showing his inexperience. Salute to you. Salute to Johnny Kicknuts, dopest name in here. Then Adams said he don't play preseason. That just, I don't even want to go back to that. I really don't. I don't want to go back to that. Salute to Reese on the $2. Chase is unhappy since he... Thank you. I said that before. Thank you. I said the same exact thing before.
Rest, man. You made my day.
Look, they could always restructure. And they still have a lot of money in the bank and cap space right now. So I'm not overly concerned about that in any way, shape, or form. Don't forget to check the stand. You're not in first place, though, are you? I looked at it earlier. I don't think you're in first place. Q, where the hell have you been, bro? Yo, y'all are way too much. I'm about to turn it off again. Because y'all, it's like I'm in a daycare with some of y'all. What is wrong with y'all? We having Raider conversation. We talking football. Come on, man. Damn. This is why you guys in the chat, as much as I do for y'all, this is why y'all can't have nice things. Redbone, as long as we win. Like, I'm just tired of hearing this over and over and over again. And if you want to hear my rant, just go back to earlier. But I'm all about winning at the end of the day. I'm sick and tired of having to even... like I said, I was not going to sit here and do a live talking about this. That's how upset I was when I got the first alert late this morning. I was just like, really? Again? We're doing this again? Champ, what's good? But look, I think I've done more than enough. And I want to salute each and every single one of y'all. For those that called in, this was yours. This was your platform. This was your time to speak your mind, speak your piece on this bullshit. Realistically is what it is, this bullshit. But we will be back tomorrow. Again, we do have the weekly. If Tay is practicing, we'll probably hear from him as well. AP should have the presser prior to the start of practice. But the weekly Wednesday, Minshew and Tay, it could be Tay, it could not be Tay. We will see. On your way out, if you haven't already, and again, salute to all the new subscribers as well. Do not let it be your last time in here. Smash some thumbs, hammer that sub, crush the bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and reactions in the house and hammer built by the nation, for the nation, Raider Nation News Today. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID or not, you should always remember to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. Till next time, y'all. And of course, as always on my New York, peace, love, and positivity. And y'all know how it goes now.
And when I leave, come together like butt cheeks.
Till tomorrow, y'all. We outro.